Just putting my thoughts out there on this video that I recently. Well, I didn't even watch the video. I was just reading the comments. It was from the other night, and all these people on there that were talking smack. It's like some channel that I'm subscribed to, but I'm thinking about unsubscribing to because the person who uploads videos, he constantly talks ill about his own community just because he's pandering, clearly pandering to another community. And those type, I don't know if you would consider that a grifter, but they kind of use the talking points that they know are going to get that audience to keep on coming back and engaging with them. So I don't know. I just think it's like cheap to do that. Um, and you don't even know if they truly mean what they're saying. It just seems performative, and all it's doing is opening a door for people to come in and disrespect your community right to your face or in the comment section. And I don't know if you're okay with that, people who do that, but I mean, you could be doing good, like using your platform to do something good and elevate your community instead of dragging them, putting them down, all in defense of another community that already has enough support. So that's just what I saw with that person, and I thought it was interesting that if you look at the comments, most of them tend to be of that demographic. You know who I'm talking about. The I don't even think I have to say who I'm talking about, but basically a Latino guy who wants to attract black viewers, and he'll say anything that he knows that they're going to agree with or get them talking. And he uses these very blunt titles to, you know, reel them in, like, oh, Mexicans don't like black people, Latinos don't like black people, and all it's doing is having them up there talking shit. It's like, don't you think we're going through enough already as it is, our community, and you're over there like putting stuff out there just to justify these people treating us the way they already are. You see nothing wrong with that? And I don't know if you live in another country or what, because apparently this person does live in Mexico. It doesn't seem like it, but based on the way they speak, it doesn't sound like a Mexican accent to me. Sounds like someone who grew up here, but who knows? Could be bilingual, grew up bilingual, maybe comes back and forth between that country and this one. But what you say, what you're going through over there, it affects us over here. I hope you know that. So they like to look at us all the same. So when you're saying like, "Oh, Latinos don't like black people," you're making problems for us here. These people already like try to use that against us and claim that we don't like them when it goes both ways. But you rarely see people talk about that. Nobody really wants to go there because they're afraid of hurting their feelings and shit. But everybody's willing to attack every other community when it comes to them. They're they want to talk about like, oh, Asians don't like black people, Indians don't like black people, like everybody supposedly don't like them, and they never talk about it the other way around, like why they don't like certain communities. I've heard in person things they've said, I've seen online their comments. It's like not just a thing online, it's very much in person, things that they've said and done, like they make it very clear they're very biased themselves. They just never want to talk about why. And it's always like, oh, they started it and it's because they're racist. And how do you know that? We don't know who started it. You don't know the origin of it, like how the whole drama started between you and that community. It's like a matter of he said, she said. So I don't know. I just think it's annoying when I come across stuff like that. People trying to make our community look bad, and then we're, especially this year, like we don't need that shit. And you got these like assholes and within the community doing it. And it's like, at least be a little more specific with who you're talking about. Because when you say Latinos, people are thinking of the Latinos here in the United States, because a lot of people on YouTube, people who watch YouTube, tend to be from the United States. So you could specify that you're talking about Latin Americans specifically in that region, or specify the country maybe. But either way, I feel like it'll still spill on over to us, because they have this assumption in their mind that we all just recently came from that area, when a lot of us, we're not even like really connected to it. We're so disconnected from it. It's like they refuse to understand that there's literally a lot of us who could say that we've been here for generations, just like anyone else. So whatever happens there can't be blamed on us.
I also want to address another comment that I recently got done replying to, where this woman basically on the same video, she was saying that people, their belief is that people that speak Spanish, like they're always talking shit about them. That paranoia they have that everybody's saying shit about them. And they don't even, if you don't know what they're saying, how do you know that? It's like you're just insecure. It's like if you don't understand what they're saying, then you can't assume that what they're saying is negative or even about you. Talk about being vain. But I just pointed out that basically it goes both ways, because there's people in their community that believe that we can't understand what they're saying.
Basically pointing out that they do the same thing when they assume, like, people that in this country, you know how they like to other Latinos constantly, and they're under the stupid belief that none of us are from here, that we all just recently arrived together, I guess, at the same exact fucking time, or whatever they think. Despite us, it being like a neighboring region, you would think like they'd understand that there's been like generations with people who are established here already, and it's like in their minds like, oh, you guys just all recently came like the last decade, or it's like, really though.
Real stupidity on their part for that. But anyway, so I basically was saying that when they think, that you don't understand English, they like to talk shit about you too, or they'll say things around you, or they'll try and like talk to you a certain way, or only to find out that you do understand them and you can communicate with them just fine. But basically, this person was saying that people who speak Spanish, sometimes like they don't realize that there's people that aren't Latino who speak Spanish or are bilingual, and then they're basically flexing on them, or whatever the person said.
And I'm like, whatever, it goes both ways. You guys think we can't understand you, and there's Latinos who they just assume you don't understand them. But at least it's a lot more common for us to know English in this country than it is for you guys to know Spanish. That's the thing. Like, they're not expecting you to know Spanish, because a lot of Americans don't know another language. A lot of Americans are so centered on English. So I think a lot of people know that by now. But it's not, you guys may think that, but it's not uncommon for the average Latino. It doesn't matter how good their English is, they know some level of English, even if Spanish is their primary language. And there's millions of us where English is our first and even only language. So that's another thing they get wrong about us. So, it's the same fucking thing. You guys do it, we do it. Oh well.